My dear case mentors and case coaches, thank you so much for your willingness, for your time, for your effort to support our amazing edge crafters in the journey of crafting the edge for professional world. I'm Dr. Julia Ivy. I am the author of BH Consult-a-thon, and I hope this presentation will help you understand what exactly we are doing here and why it's so important and what are our expectations and hope from your participation. And I hope you will become our case mentors and case coaches for life. So what is BH Consult-a-thon? BH Consult-a-thon is an event. The event which has actually three major components. The first component is 3 roles, and you can see all 3 roles are here. The first role are case consultants. These are edge crafters, as we call them, multi-dimensional talents. Many of them are from different countries, many of them changing their careers, many of them took a break in their careers, and right now they want to capitalize their already accumulated competences in their new role in this world. All of them are educated or experienced, and they have something to offer here. This is role number 1. Role number 2 are our amazing case clients, which are representatives of any type of organization, which might be a tiny small business, which might be a large corporation, which might be a government organization or a non-profit association, any of them, as long as they want to provide their challenge for our case consultants and meet our case consultants and hopefully to help them to establish their own presence in a new for them market. And the last group are us, you and me, are people who are coaches, mentors, sponsors, and case captains, people who are in backstage, and we are kind of almost supporting these amazing case consultants to synchronize with case clients. So this was the dimension number 1 of Consult-a-thon, 3 specific roles. The second dimension is a formula, BH, which is a sequence of steps, E plus D plus G plus E. Each step has a very specific meaning, and together they help edge consultants and case clients to synchronize at several levels. And the last number 3 component of BH Consult-a-thon is a platform. We have a special platform full of templates, documents, videos like this one. My book, of course, which published in Emerald in England and right now in 10 countries as far as I know. And it's called Crafting Your Edge for Today's Job Market. All of these resources are on the same place where our case consultants and case clients meet and synchronize in their process. So what is this mysterious BH process and what is actually synchronization means? As you can see on this picture, case consultants in this illustration are yellow, right? And case clients are black, in black color here. So each of them have their own moves, right? But they move to the next stage only after they synchronized on the previous one. So it's almost like they synchronize, it's like bulb, synchronize like bulb. It happens. So the first stage is what is here for me, what is my core. So the employers, our case clients, bring their own challenge, which is extremely important for her or him personally right now. And they care about this challenge. So this is the core for them. This is what they want to be solved. They present their challenges, several employers, And our case consultants select the challenge which is meaningful for them because their own stepping stone journey in their own career or professional growth. So this synchronization on the personal level of what is here for me, true me, something what I care about, happens in the first level. After this, they move to the next level, which is the social level of synchronization. Here, our case clients open their heart and very openly share the story behind this challenge and why the challenge is important, and also what's the context of this challenge in their organization and what's the context of this challenge outside. Our case consultants listen in this story, fall in love with the client, and they develop this, we call this a blanket of love, because they just care about this. They also do their homework and they accumulate data on the industry and the market to feel even closer to the reality of our client. And they produce a second deliverable, which is called our company. Our company, the story of our company. They share with the client, and the client say like, oh my God, you got it. It's amazing how much you understand my soul. And this is the second level of synchronization. Then, and where we are right now, is the next level, professional level of synchronization, where the goal is to generate value. So case consultants right now have all the data, they know the challenge, they know everything around, and they want to solve this. Not just solve this, but capitalizing on their multi-dimensional profile, their multi-dimensional capabilities, which only them have them. So if our case consultants are international, we tell them bring your value from your country, because this is what makes you unique. If they're changing career, it's exactly what we tell them. Again, don't try to blend with everybody else. Play your strongest card for solving this challenge. And of course, our case clients appreciate this multi-dimensional value because which makes them on their own turn, of course, more competitive as organization. And of course, at the last level, it's synchronization on the level of shared joy and the joy of we did it, we completed this, and also like feels that each part becomes stronger in competitive way because each of them emphasized their edge. So this is 4 steps. Elucidate your core, develop trust, generate value, and excite stakeholders. And together, like moving through these stages, each of them become BE, right? So for case consultants, they of course invest in their own boutique employability. And for case clients, they actually have talents who already synchronize with them in all this level, and they have several talents what they know they might employ if they want, or they might not employ, but they have friends already who cares about this issue. As we sometimes give an example, you can go to department store and buy something what everybody else have, or you can have a highest level tailored clothes for yourself, tailored something just for you. And this is what boutique employment for case client. And now we come to expectations from you if you are in the role of case mentor, which means that we approach you because you are subject matter expert, and we extremely grateful that you are ready to share your subject matter expertise with our case consultants. We are at the stage of value, as you see this blue level, which means that our case consultants and case clients already passed the first 2 levels, and right now the expectations from our case consultants to produce the value, to generate the value. And as you can see, 5 components what case consultants must produce. The first is that they should redefine the challenge from the language of the client to the language of area of their expertise, to the issue. Second, they must choose methodology, then analyze the data, then of course ideate and provide solution, prototype for solution, and then provide the way of how the ideas can be implemented or tested. So this is where we are, and that's why your role, I put there in blue, very professional color, and you are at the level of generating value. So our case consultants already did some work in this area, so they will come to you quite prepared. And after your feedback, they will have time to work on their consulting and get it ready for presenting to the client. The first point they already did is translating the meaning of the challenge to the professional language. And of course, they took first is the nature of the challenge, right? What the challenge is about. And every challenge they know can be analyzed and can be perceived through different angles, right? So the same challenge of like low revenue might be looked through the angle of marketing, angle of supply chain, angle of management, etc., etc., etc. And for consultants on, we ask them to choose one angle, because the same challenge can be solved again and again through different angles, right? So it's the first, but also we ask them what area of expertise they, edge crafters, want to be known for. So if they're crafting the edge as a marketing team, so they would most likely choose this specific angle. And for the next consultants on, the same challenge can be solved through a different angle. So they will share this with you, and it would be great just to hear your feedback and support also from you of what and how this challenge can be presented, for instance, in professional conferences, in interviews, or in professional conversations. But they're supposed to be done with this one. They're also supposed to be done with the methodology. And again, based on what I teach you, there are several types of challenges: challenge problem, challenge dilemma, and challenge project. Challenge problem is the most difficult, of course. It's a very kind of unstructured, so we have a problem and we have no idea what to do with this. Challenge dilemma, when the client already have kind of a little bit advanced in this solution, but they don't know, option A or option B, and they ask our consultants to compare them and contrast and recommend one and implementation for this one. And the challenge project is, honestly, not the easiest, but the most straightforward one, because it's more like project management. So based on the nature of this challenge and their own kind of like view who they are as professionals, they will share with you one of two approaches. The one approach is the most difficult, is, as you see, ideation, then feasibility analysis, prototype, solution, and testing. It comes from design thinking. And I teach them how to do this. And it means that they already have data, right? And based on everything what they learned to empathize with the end users and defining the issue, again, check number one, now they ideate. They provide all ideas, and only after this, they move to the stage of analysis, and they try to understand how good each of these ideas from the different points of view, like feasibility and support by the government and So this is the first approach, from ideas to analysis, etc. Opposite kind of approach when they start from analysis of the data and they trying to find matches, for instance, between opportunities and strengths and see the matches, or they find the gaps between what the company is doing right now, let's say in marketing, and what the good marketing should be. Whatever they choose, they will report it to you, and it would be amazing if you give them feedback, but they're already kind of done here. So again, please learn from them, support them, and of course you're always welcome to provide whatever feedback you want to provide. This is where we need your expertise most. So our case consultants will share with you some very drafty ideas, kind of their feel of how the data can be understood, analyzed, and what ideas can come from these, how these ideas can come to solution, and how the solution can be tested. So these are some questions you can help them, but of course any other like angles, you know so much better your area of expertise. Maybe they miss some data, maybe they miss some important matches between, you know, like this is a chance and this is a strength, why you don't use it? Or maybe they miss some important gaps. For instance, you want to do fundraising campaign, and this is how good fundraising campaigns should be. So this is a gap, this is a gap, and this is a gap, and you didn't even notice them. This is about they can how they can, you know, deal with data. With ideas, again, whatever ideas they provide, you might help them to see what's the value really of this idea for the client, and what is the feasibility, what's the reality check of these ideas or prototypes. And of course, implementation is where we cannot deal with you, because your experience, your knowledge of how it actually works in reality, it's just the most important part here, and so please help them in this area. So this slide is what expectations from your role in Consult is on, and of course you feel free to go beyond here and there, but these 5 points: issue, methodology, analysis, ideation, and implementation are what our amazing case consultants should provide at the end of the day of working on this. And this slide for our amazing case coaches, people who coach our presenters in public speaking. When we did consultation first time, and my colleague just offered her volunteering to coach our case consultants in presenting, the feedback was so strong that we, when we can, we keep inviting public speaking expert. Unlike traditional public speaking, when it's like me and I'm talking like, and I'm providing my amazing speech, unlike this, we want case consultants to talk about synchronization. For instance, at the first level of the core, they don't just present the challenge, but they also say why this challenge is meaningful for them, why they choose this challenge to work on. When they talk about the company and the market, industry, the company, they also emphasize and show how much they care about this company and how they understand the difficulties of this context for solving this challenge. Of course, in the generating value, they emphasize how they were thrilled to use their background, to capitalize their background in the effort to solve this challenge in the interesting and multidimensional way. And in the very process of synchronization. They share their passion, their joy of making this impact and this feel of like we did it. So this is what public speaking experts help us, and we call them case coaches, together with other types of case coaches like BH coach, etc., etc., etc. But this is what we mean here. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much for helping our edge crafters to feel empowered and supporting them in their journey of crafting their edge. I know that I said the word amazing maybe 20 times during this presentation, and it's wrong from the power of public speaking. But this is what I feel, you know, and this is what it's what I want to deliver. How great these people! And you can see these pictures on this slide. These are real teams of our another consultants on, where all this, you know, like international students or just volunteers, next door volunteers, are very well established professionals in East Boston just choose to work with these small companies because they wanted to have impact, to make impact, but they also wanted to connect, to become us together with unlikely partners, the companies they otherwise might never meet, but they met them because this consultants on, and they provided so much impact because the mentors and coaches like you. Thank you again.